Holy crap! Holy crap! Two comets! Two comets side by side! Tell me that's not the best thing ever. What's up, people? I'm Xogue, and welcome back to Ryotcraft Infinity. Yeah. No, I have the blame the community hat on. Why? Because you can always blame the community on everything. It's you guys' fault. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so we're here in Spawn because I wanted you guys to check this out. I went ahead and changed my texture pack. It's not something, you know, I've been playing with Faithful forever, even on modded. But I kind of figured it's modded, so it should be, you know, a modded texture pack. And granted, Faithful has some, you know, regular old textures, you know, for all the mods and stuff. They does have them, but it doesn't have all of them. So I figured I'd pick one up from the FTB launcher. It's actually the same one that Clobberstomp uses. And I saw it in his videos, and I'm like, man, I really love, like, my path that I made. It looked pretty good and Faithful, but it looks so much better in Sortex, which is the name of the texture pack I'm using. I'll have a link in the down there. Oh man, I just said a Clobberstomp and Slipgator thing. Crap. No, it'll be down in the description, so you guys can go and, you know, check it out. But it is in the Feed the Beast launcher. That's pretty much what that, you know, what it's going to say down at the bottom. But, yeah, no, it's really cool. I like it. So I came here just so I could show it to you guys. Now, in that little snippet before the intro, you saw, and I took these off because these don't have a thing. They look ugly, so I took them off. Anyway, but I went and got a whole bunch of stuff. Now, you see them spread out in stacks like this? I have 13 plus a 17 to give me 30, which will give me, let's look at the Draconic stuff, so you know exactly why I collected everything. But basically, it's spread out among all of the gear that I want. Right? So if we look at these tools, first one being the sword, I went and counted, you know, how many you need, how many draconium ingots you need in order to make these things. And it turns out that for the weapons, or not the weapons, but the tools, the pickaxe, the shovel, the sword, and the bow, you need 30 per. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 for all the tools. And then for the armor, it's the same thing. If you take a look here, you know, you have it's the same exact setup, and then you go to the armor, it's the same thing except the corners are also draconium ingots, which is fine, but it just means you need 34 per piece of armor. So there's the 4 pieces of armor, and here's the 4 tools. So we can go ahead and make everything once we get all of the nether stars. Now, that is the problem at the moment, because we don't have crap for anything, but we did get 1 nether star for, you know, the wither we killed in the last episode. So we're pretty much good. Now, this thing is completely full. It is working still. It's still doing a thing, which is fine. I mean, that's cool. And you actually do get some, I didn't get any more, but you do actually get draconium dust and stuff from mining regular. So eventually we're just going to get it from there. When we need some in the future, we can superpower our quarry. It'll go really fast. We can have a really big one. It'll be amazing. And we won't really have to worry about going to those comets that I showed you. With 2 comets in one place, holy crap, that's awesome. And I really am collecting butterflies. Where are you guys coming from? If you guys keep piling up here, I'm either going to have to do one of 2 things. I'll have to kill you, or the center of my base is going to have to be like a butterfly showing off thing. It's going to be like a garden with a whole bunch of butterflies in it. I don't know what's going on, but they really like this middle area. I don't know what that is. It's weird. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So right now, what we want to do, I've been storing my stuff since my ME system is full. I'll be remedying that probably later. You'll probably see that later in the episode. But for right now, I've just temporarily been storing my stuff here. We need this nether star for sure. But what we want to get first is definitely the sword. So we already have this. We need to make the diamond sword, but we already have the draconium ingots. I just have to cook all this stuff into the ingots. We need to make these guys as well. So there's the nether star. We need to make these guys with some diamonds, gold ingots. You know, it's not too difficult, but I do need to go ahead and grind up a whole bunch of gold and stuff, which I've already gotten some of. We can start cooking this because we do need it. I'm sure we're going to need it. But like I said, I also have to cook these guys up, and all this is going to take some time. So I'm going to go ahead and cook up all of this stuff, everything we need in order to make all the tools, and I'll make them on camera. Well, I'll make the sword on camera, and then we'll do the killing of some more withers in our wither container. And it should be a lot easier with with a much better sword like that. So we don't have to borrow Dark Blessed again. Thanks, buddy, for that. My other video hasn't even gone out yet. It's so late. I'm sorry for that, guys. It's so late. I've been doing a lot of streaming and everything. It was a little busy. I didn't want to interrupt the stream, and I apologize. But it's coming out. It'll be there soon. And this one will probably be uploaded and scheduled. That way you don't have to worry about waiting or anything. Did I turn you off? I think I turned you off. Let's turn you back on. Anyway, so, I'm going to go ahead and get ready, start doing all this smelting and stuff that I need to prepare everything. And once I have that, we'll be right back. We'll start making some of this stuff and doing some things. All right, we did it, people. We did it. We totally did. We have the Sword of the Wyvern. I think that's how you say it. I always say it wrong, but I'm not sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't mind. Anyway, oh no, that's not what I want to do. An R. So I already showed all of these recipes before, but we're going to go ahead and go through them again, just so you can see it. You actually need 5 of these guys because you need one for the other thing that I'm going to go into the recipe for here in a second. But they're not really all that hard to make. Draconium ingots, gold ingots, diamond, not a big deal. And then the more of that, and a nether star, which I told you about, and then this thing, which is right here, redstone blocks and draconium ingots, and there's that last one I told you about. So it's really not all that difficult to make. A diamond sword, again, not difficult. So bam, we have a sword. Oh, a super powered sword. Now we have to charge it. I'm not sure how I can charge it. There's no slot in here, so I can't really charge it from here. But it's going to take forever. But what we have, Draconic Evolution actually has its own charger. I think it's actually called like a charger. No, it's not. Let's go into the mod D. Let's look at you. Here's the energy infuser. That's what it's called. Oh, wow. You need a lot of those. I don't want to make one of these. That's, wow, I didn't think it was that expensive. That's crazy. I'm not spending that much draconium on this. No, I don't have that much to spare. So let's look at a different one. Let's look at an actual charger. I think one of these will work too. Wireless charger? No, it won't. That's not it either. I think actually infuser is the name of the other one too that I used in the last series. Energetic, yeah, this guy right here. This guy will be able to charge it too. We don't want the resonant. We want the basic. We're not too worried about how fast it goes. We just want it to go. And that's the basic idea behind this. Tin gear. Nope. This one? Yes, this one. Ooh. Oh, wait. No, we got to go like here. And then we have to do this again. Because I didn't do it in this thing. And I, like I said, I am actually missing, I'm out of room. So I don't have a whole lot of, play around room. I don't know which one to call that. Oh, wait. No, go back. And then here. Is this it? Yeah. I think that's it. So we have a tin gear. Put you guys back. Thank goodness you fit. That's not what I wanted to do. Now we have to go back to you. We need 2 of these. Oh, we don't have those. What are those? You're silver. Oh, I need silver. Good thing we have a few things of silver. So we can go ahead and sag mill you up. And the other one? Wonderful. And then we go here and be like, bam, bam, bam. I don't need to do all that just yet. I need my silver first. Hurry up. Give me. Now cook those things. And then you guys can go back here in just a second. Bam, bam, bam. Just like that. Now I can continue and we're good for now. Now I need that. Oh, let's just go ahead and put 2 down. 1 and 2. And then we also need the other one too. The gold, I think it is. Yeah, we'll do that and bam. And then we can go here. We need 2 copper gears. Bam and bam. Now we should be able to make this guy. Oh wait, we need this guy. Leadstone energy cell. Can we do have everything for that? We don't. What do we need for you? We need lead. Well, that makes sense. No more glass. No glass. Okay, I need more glass too. So sand. Do I have any sand? I do have some sand. Okay, that's good. So we can do some regular old just smelting like this again and then do this. I don't think I need 4 of them, but hey, it is what it is. Go, man. Do the thing. Perfect. I love it. Why are you going one at a time? And you're done. Perfect. Oh, wait. No. I got to put you guys back. 47 more. All right, you're almost there. You're getting there. We can put you and you here. And then what did it say I needed? I needed lead, right? That was the other thing. It makes sense. Ooh, words. It makes sense since lots of S's, since it is a leadstone energy cell. So we need to go ahead and do lead. We only need 2 since we need 4, and this will double it. So the sag mill can go ahead. Wow, look at that thing spin, man. This texture pack is amazing. I love that too. That looks so much better than the other version. And these look like almost 3D-ish. I love it. See that? That's just crazy. It's magnificent. That is totally the word I would use. Give me those so I can get some lead. Progress. It's going. It's going. Oh, there's 3 of them. I need 1 more. Thank you. And then you guys can go back again. It's wonderful like that. Give me the lead. So we'll make you. And then you can go away. Do you fit? You don't. Ugh. One of the pieces of glass fit. The other did not. Alright. And anyway, so we should have enough of this. So we can do... Oh, what's in the middle? Oh, I never made the basic machine frame, huh? Do this? Oh, crap. Alright, well, give me you back. All of you can go back down into my inventory. It's a shame. It really is like a shame that I have to do all of this. Just because I don't have enough room. Like it's, oh, I need more? Well, that's unfortunate. Hey, Sand, I need a favor. Come here, man. Let's just make like 32 since this should be done by now. Marvelous. And then, wait, I need the couple pieces. There's 1. There's 2. All right, that's all I need, I think. Then I should be able to go bam and then bam. Wonderful. You go away. Sweet. You actually fit in my inventory or my system. Now we have an energetic infuser. And what that means is that we made something that can charge this thing. Are you getting power? You are getting power. Look at that. So it will take literally forever for this thing to charge up, but it does charge it. That's the big idea. Like you see how slowly it's going. Like you see how slow that is, right? It's ridiculous. That's go all the way to 1 million. It doesn't have to. Like, it does not have to go that far. I can take it out right now and use it. And eventually, we're going to have a much better power source system thing that we're going to be going for. But right now, we're just going to wait for this guy to charge up to a decent level. We're going to go kill some more withers, hopefully without any issue. And like I said, we have plenty of draconium ingots now. So we should be able to get everything that we need in order to get the rest of our gear. And it's going to be amazing. But first, I got to let this guy charge up. So I'll see you back in here in just a second. Alright, people, we did it. We totally did it. We need to make our draconic gear now. Draconic. Oh, wait, before we go into this, though. Yeah, I moved it over here, and I turned it off. Why? Because something happened. I'm thinking this thing exploded or something, but I really don't know. This guy's now full. I have him over here near this one because it doesn't need to be on all the time, so it's like the perfect place just to stash the energetic infuser to get a decent amount of power to charge all the gear that I'm about to make. So it's pretty perfect. But something blew up top. I don't know. But it destroyed everything. Almost everything. Like the bottom half of this, you know, like the explosion radius. It was kind of like angled a little bit and whatnot. But I had to remake a bunch of this, including the shield projector and both of these, and it was, I don't know, it was just crazy. It was not a whole lot of fun, but I did remake it. I brought it down here since I know it's safe, you know, all that other good stuff you saw in that little time-lapsey thingy that, you know, worked out pretty well, so it was pretty cool. This stuff also, yeah, I'm making this. What is up with this? This is a blast furnace, which gives me steel. It's one of the best ways to get steel, and yes, it's still a crappy way to do it. You can also get it in a Tinker Smeltery, I think, but you have to melt down steel objects, like the tools and stuff for steel armor. So if you have like a mob thing, then you can get all of the steel, maybe chain mail stuff. I'm not sure exactly, you know, what works. and what doesn't. But I know it is possible to melt those things back down. But this is basically the way to get steel from iron. So you cook coal into a coke oven, which turns it into coal coke, which cooks for longer than charcoal does. Because you can put charcoal in here too, but it only cooks for 1600. So if you think about it, that makes it so one piece of coal is 1600 like you see here. But just by putting it in here, it's still a 1-to-1 thing. So I'm pretty sure it is. It might be a 2-to-1. I'm not sure. I never actually tested that, but I think it's a 1-to-1 thing. And, you know, so one coal actually turns into a 3200 cook time. So it's you know, more efficient this way. And I have 2 of them because this thing burns through coal coke way, way faster than, you know, these things can produce it. So I put 2 in there and it still goes down. Like it still is not able to fill it up. So that's fine. I put 1 more and it'll fill it up. And then these guys will, I don't know. It's whatever. But the output of these guys is actually creosote, which you don't need. Like I looked it up. I tried to find a use for it just to see if there was a reason I might want to stash it into a drum or something, but there really isn't. And you can extract these things with liquid transfer nodes, but I wanted the void pipe, and you can't connect it to that. So I just went ahead with, you know, BC Transport stuff, Buildcraft, and you know, I'm doing it that way. I'm not a huge fan of this. I think this is dumb personally. But I know Buildcraft is, I mean, they have a lot of good stuff in there. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the mod. It's just one of these things, like you have to have a redstone poles onto a wooden pipe to extract. The wooden doesn't connect to certain thing. I don't know. It's a whole lot of confusing. And I know it's useful in a lot of cases when you have so many pipes around the same area, then you can just switch up your pipe and make it work. And it's able to make things a lot more compact in certain cases. But for things like this, it's dumb. It just is. I mean, there's not really a whole lot of ways to get around that. For something like this, it's just like, meh. But in order to use the void fluid pipe, I had to use Buildcraft all the way, because Buildcraft doesn't connect to anything else. And it's, again, they should definitely allow that. If they had it connecting to here, to transfer nodes, perfect. Transfer node for liquid, Buildcraft void pipe, done deal. It'd be amazing. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much. I'm just going to keep moving on, because that was a little bit of a rant, because it took me a while to figure all that out and exactly what to do, how to do it, and all that good stuff. And it kind of drove me a little bit crazy. But what we're doing now, I'm just kind of cooking up some stuff. You see right here, I have solar panels. I went all the way to hardened. I mean, I told you about my supplies and that I do have enough stuff, but what I was missing was the steel, which is why these things, you know, this setup is a thing. Is so that I can get the steel to make enough of the leadstone solar panels. Let's look up the recipe real quick so you can actually track what's going on. And basically you have this guy, which if you hold shift, its generation is 1 RF a tick, which is really, really crappy. But you need the steel nuggets for these. And then you need some lead and some iron. I mean, you need a lot of stuff for these things. These things are pretty expensive. But what I do like is that you use 8 of these to make 1 of these, and it is actually, you know, you got to think 1 RF a tick, you're using 8 of them, so the next tier should be 8 RF a tick, which is exactly what it is, and it's pretty much perfect. It just keeps going up by 8, by multiples of 8, because each tier uses 8 of the previous tier to craft it. So if you go all the way to the highest one, you have 1 ultimate solar panel which produces 32,768 RF per tick, which is really, really cool. And later on, once we get some, you know, auto crafting online and all that great stuff, we can just auto craft these guys. You know, it'll tell us exactly what we need. So when we need more power, we can just go like, hey, bam, make it. And it will. But for something like that, we're actually going to need a lot of crafting storage. Because you got to think, if you want 1 of these, then you need 8 of these. You need, you know, 64 of these times 8, all the way down to the leadstone, and it's quite a bit of stuff to get. It's pretty crazy, but that's okay. That is okay, because we are on our way. We do have these guys. Again, they're not very powerful. Like you see, it's gone. Like it's done, and this is now, you know, growing up slowly. Takes a little while. I'm glad that's finally finished. This guy already finished, so that's pretty good. But they have a decent amount of internal storage, so I can deal with it. I can just let them charge up over time. and it'll be fine. There's enough there to charge them both within a reasonable amount of time. So it's not really a big deal. It's not a huge deal. Anyway, so let's go ahead and continue on with our Draconic thing before I got sidetracked and wanted to show you everything that I did. So I already have the sword. That's good. I have that guy charged up. Move you out of the way. So the next thing we're going to make is actually the armor. We're going to go straight to the armor because it's amazing. I love all this stuff. So first we need to make sure we have the diamond gear, which is going to be a problem. I don't have enough diamonds for everything. I just don't. I need a lot more diamonds. I may not even have enough diamonds to craft all of these. I don't. I'm missing a diamond for the pants, and then I still have to get the boots. So what I need to do now is actually go and mine out a little bit. I need to go mining just a bit so that I can get... That's not what I wanted. I wanted you and then this. So yeah, I need 4 more diamonds just to finish crafting all of the gear. Diamond. They do have industrial diamonds. Is there a way to craft them? I know there's like a different kind of diamond. These guys. Industrial diamonds will work too, but you can't apparently craft them. Which would be cool. I mean, it's industrial diamonds. It makes it sound like there's some kind of machine or something you can stick coal into, compressor kind of thing to compress the coal down with enough pressure to make a diamond, or, you know, the fake way. But, I don't know. Basically, I just have to go mining until I get enough diamonds. So maybe we'll start working on our quarry and see if we can't speed that up some. But, who knows? I'll figure something out and I'll be right back. Alright, well, Clobber Stomp is amazing, and I'll get to that in just a second. But you saw how I needed a few more diamonds to make the rest of the gear, and that included the pickaxe and the shovel that I also needed. So not only did I need to make the pants, but I also needed the pickaxe and the shovel. I went down and I mined, and I barely got enough to make the pants, the shovel, and the pickaxe. And then I was sitting here like, wait a minute. So when I want to make these things... It actually requires 5 more diamonds per piece of gear, right? Because you need 5 draconic cores for each one. So I need 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 more diamonds. Holy crap. Now, why is Clobber Stomp amazing? Well, number 1, because he is. But 2, because he gave me diamonds. He gave me 35 friggin' diamonds. Dude's awesome. Check that out. And yeah, links down in the description. Dude does some awesome stuff. Go check him out because he's awesome. And when we do get enough, when our quarry actually catches up, I don't think I have, yeah, see, I don't even have more than 35. We're eventually going to have to, well, we're not even going to have to. Well, we do have to. But we were going to even if we didn't have to. We're going to superpower our quarry. It's going to go really fast. And eventually, 35 diamonds will be like chump change. So I'm going to end up tossing him like 50, 55, I don't know, maybe a whole stack of diamonds at some point in time. Just to give him back what I took from him. And to give him a little bit of interest. Because that's just a cool thing to do. But for now, that means we do have everything we need to go ahead and make all of this gear. Bam! Oh, we got everything! We did it all! Woo! Yo! I could be superpowered! After I charge everything. That's going to take a while. But you know what? We do need to go ahead and get the Wyvern Flux Capacitor pretty soon. But this does require another Nether Star, which I already have, but it also requires diamonds. And I'm not going to go and borrow more diamonds from him when what I have now will work for a little bit. I can go and mine out to get 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 diamonds. What is it? 8 diamonds for this guy. And then we can get this one. And then that'll keep everything charged. Shortly after that... We also want to go ahead and get the Enhanced Charm of Dislocation, which also requires 4 of them for this. Bunch of Ender Pearls, not a problem. And then you have this guy, which isn't really too big of a deal either. Now this Draconium Dust, I did smelt all of the dust that I had, but my mine should be working away, and eventually I'll get some more from that as well. So I don't have any yet, but eventually I'll have some in my ME system just for my quarry, and everything will be good to go. So we're not too worried about that, but we have everything. So now we can be super powered at least a little bit until, you know, we'll have to come back and keep recharging all this stuff, and this is going to take a very, very long time to get everything charged. The first thing I'm going to charge, though, is going to be this guy. Watch this thing. Vroom! Look how quick that thing goes down. And guess what? That is only about halfway up. It's only about half. Not even half. So this is going to take a very, very long time to charge. And in the meantime, I'm not going to be recording this whole session. So once I have everything charged up and I'm wearing it and we're all good and awesome, we're going to start talking about some power systems, whether or not it's going to remain solar panels, which is going to take me a little while to get there, but I need my super powered quarry. We need to upgrade my quarry, and that requires more power. So we may even jump into a reactor here in a minute, just to get something set up. But then we also have to figure out how to get the power from the reactor, which will be up here somewhere, all the way to my quarry, which means we're going to have to do something with tesseracts, which means I have to figure out a way to get the Enderium into ingots, which might require me making a Tinker Smeltery around here, going to Dogbless World, collecting some of the molten Enderium he has in that world. I believe that world is still accessible. You know, it's just a whole lot of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with a plan, figure out what to do, charge all my stuff, put it on, and then when I come back, we're going to know what we're doing. And we're going to go and do some awesome stuff. So hang tight, and I will be right back. Super speed! Yes! I've been waiting for this. I've so been waiting for this. This is... Oh, okay. Lag spike thing. Whatever. Anyway, so I have done a little bit of work. I went over to Dogblessed area into his molten Enderium world, or basically the oceans are molten Enderium. It's the perfect way to get it. Now I do want to explain something about this Tinker setup. It's not readily known exactly how to get all of this stuff. How to do this specifically. Now it was simple enough. I went there, I got a bucket, I just kind of, you know, took water out and just kind of click to fill up a decent amount inside the drum here. Then what this is on is actually a smeltery drain faced this direction, faced out, faced towards me right now. And that way when you put it on, the transfer node for liquids will actually connect to it, and that's how you pump things into the smeltery. Now it's similar to this. I mean, this is how you take things out, but the smeltery drain is like your access port. You can either use the faucets in conjunction with the you know, the casting table or the casting basin, or you can just hook other things up to it. Like I could hook a liquid transfer node up to this to take it out and directly put it down here, you know, forever without having to click on it or anything like that. But that's not a big deal. Right now, the big idea is that I can now have Enderium. What does that mean? It means I can go right here because I have a lot of it. Like this thing is completely filled. 360 ingots full. Plus I still have some in the drum. So it's pretty much good. I can go right here to the casting basin. Just fill up a whole block of this stuff. Now it takes a little bit. See the number going up there in the tooltip. But once it's done, it'll finish up, and then it'll dry and harden, and then I can just be like, boop, and then when I need ingots, bam, I have them, just like that. Super speed, I love it. So I have already done this a few times. I do have the Enderium that I need, plus obviously I can get more. So Enderium is not a problem. And even after this runs out, all I got to do is just go back to the world. Dogbless is eventually going to be putting a link to it in the spawn area to get to that world, because it's awesome. It's a very, very wonderful place. I love it. I have been charging some of my gear up. The helmet was pretty much full. I have used it, you know, a little bit. I'm wearing it now, obviously. This was fully charged. I took these guys off, and I was going to let them charge up to the same number, and then I was like, oh, God, I am so slow. So I put the pants back on just after that, and now I'm charging up the boots, which basically just gives me the super jump. So I can't super jump, but I am super quick, so it's fine. I can deal with that. I guess for a little while, when I actually come to a place, I'm going to have to suffer through running slow. Because once you run fast, you don't ever want to run slow again. So taking these pants off just to charge them is it's a little bit iffy. Now, what do I want to do now is pretty much... We need to figure out our power situation. Now, yes, I'm working on the solar panels, but it's going to be a little while before I can work up to everything. I kind of want to get the better ME stuff and do the auto crafting for them. Because there's a lot of tedious stuff for this, just like there is for the ME drive. So what I want to do is actually work my way up in there to get auto crafting for the ME system up and running. And then I'll further in here. So what we're going to do in the meantime is actually some reactor stuff. If we look at the reactors, it's actually pretty simple to make these things. It's not all that difficult. You got yellorium, iron, and graphite. I mean, graphite's simple as, you know, cooking charcoal or coal back into a smeltery. Or not smeltery, but the furnace or alloy smelter or whatever. And, you know, the rest of them just kind of use some of these casings. Now, this one requires a diamond. Yes, I did go get a few more diamonds, manual mining style. I got 5 of them. 5 diamonds from manual mining. It's kind of a thing I was doing. Just to get enough to actually get this set up. Because once we have this, now that we have the Enderium, I can actually go ahead and make a few Tesseracts and actually replace all of my generators, these guys, with Tesseracts and actually have everything set up how I want it. And that includes, you know, this guy, and the charger will work a lot better because I'll have a much, much better power source. So it'll work out really, really well that way. And all I need to do now is actually just make all of this stuff to get it set up, because what the fuel source is first you have Yellorium, which I have a decent amount of. I do need to actually process this, turn it into Yellorium ingots. That's not a huge deal. This is going to end up giving me over 700 of them, 760, 776-ish. If my math is right, could be wrong. Anyway, it doesn't really matter too much, but there's also uranium, I think. I don't know if I have any actual uranium. I know it is somewhere in the world, but I don't know if we get the... Oh, look, 134 uranium ore. We do get it. What do you know? But that can actually be broken down and actually put made into Yellorium ingots as well. As you see, I started doing that a little bit just to get me started. So what I'm going to do this off camera in between episodes. I am going to set up a small little reactor. In the next episode, I'll explain it a little bit, show you what's going on, what's what. But I'm going to set up probably a couple capacitors too. Capacitor? What are they called? I thought that's what they were. Yeah, these guys. Did I spell it wrong? I must have spelled it wrong. Anyway, so you have these basic capacitor banks, the regular capacitor banks, and the vibrant. We don't need the vibrant. We can go and get a bunch of these. The reason I normally go for the highest tier first, you guys know that. But since we have, since this Ender IO, since they're doing it right, you can use the previous version to get to the next version, then I don't mind doing it this way. I don't mind starting at the bottom level just to save up some. I might skip to the second level. I haven't decided yet. Depends on what kind of supplies I have and what supplies I need, all that good stuff. But for now, I'm probably just going to stick with these guys. And if I don't have the supplies for them, then I'll just go to tier 1. But yeah, I'm probably going to use these. And I'm going to set up a way to automate the turning on and off of the reactor. So I don't have to worry so much about, you know, whether or not I'm wasting fuel or anything like that. It's going to be pretty cool. And if you watch my last series, it's actually in there as well. So you can see that coming along just fine. You can see it there. And I actually explain it there, but I'll explain it here as well. So that's kind of the situation I'm going to go with. That's going to be built out and ready to go. So in the next episode, I'll have some things to explain. And I'll show you around, see what's, see what's been done, all that good stuff. But in the meantime, if you liked the episode, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want to see more, you want my videos sent directly to you, then don't forget to subscribe. Comment, favorite, share if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Butterflies. Bye.